Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Yeah. And the power and the sound of the gong bring us together in this pre-service prayer. Everything there is to know is God. That's all people, all ideas, all temperatures, sounds, sensations, voices, plants, animals, and humans. It is all that magnificent force that brings everything together, orchestrates the universe, and brings about love, peace, joy, and all that is that yummy living. And I am that. I am all that. I am a manifestation of divine spirit, and so I have all those qualities. I am that magnificent face of God, and mine is that magnificent voice of God. And as I know it's true for me, I know that it's true for everyone within the sound of my voice. And so now I ask for you to use your voice of God to speak exuberantly the quality that you bring to today's service. Joy. As I speak my word into the law, I know that all of those qualities are inherently placed, guarded, and supporting today's Sunday celebration. I know that all of those qualities flow easily through everyone on the stream team so that the service goes easily out to whoever's watching from beyond time, beyond space. I know that all those qualities are inherently easily flowing through everyone who's in service. I know that divine spirit is in their mindset. I know that all of those qualities are for everyone in the divine groove and our guest artist. And I know all those qualities come through Reverend Lezli and her message today. I know that all those qualities, such beauty, such magnificent, is in the face of everything that happens today so beautifully, even the youth and family and the children that are here. Everyone who's on campus experiences the face of God, the Spirit of God, and all those qualities. I'm so thankful that today goes so beautifully well. I'm thankful for all those qualities. I'm thankful for the presence, the ease, and the grace of all that there is. As I speak my word into the law that can only say yes, I know that my words are already commanded, they're already granted, and I know emphatically that this is all true. If that's true, there's nothing to do but to let it go. And so it is. pre-service meditation, and my name is Ralph Potter. I'm a practitioner here, and I appreciate you all being here in the sanctuary, and those of you watching online. We'll have some contemplation time here today where I'll give you a reading. We'll sit in silence to contemplate those, and I'll bring you out with part of that reading. So make yourself comfortable. Eliminate the distractions like maybe your phone. Feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And relax and listen into these words. Today I hold communion with the invisible presence that peoples the world with the manifestation of its life, its light, and its love. I withdraw the veil that hides my real self and draw close to the Spirit in everything and in everyone. I anticipate everything that is worthy of the soul. I accept everything that belongs to the Spirit. I claim everything that partakes of the nature of the divine reality. I sing a song of joy today, of praise and gratitude. I know that my health, my physical well-being, my mental poise and peace are drawn from the infinite source. Today I know that the healing presence of life is within me, forever restoring my mind and body. Forever restoring my mind and body. case your mind has wandered, I reiterate these words for your contemplation. Today I hold communion with the invisible presence that peoples the world with the manifestation of its life, its light, and its love. I withdraw the veil that hides my real self and draw close to the Spirit in everything, in everyone. I anticipate everything that is worthy of the soul. I accept everything that belongs to the Spirit. I claim everything that partakes of the nature of the divine reality. from the infinite source. Today, I know that the healing presence of life is within me, forever restoring my mind and body. I sing a song of joy today, of praise and gratitude. And as we are near the end of our time today, I invite you to be more conscious of the room around you, your physical presence, aware of your breath and your heartbeat, maybe fluttering a little bit at the fingers or toes. And at your own speed, when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. I'll invite you now to hear in your consciousness the words that I repeated so beautifully. I sing a song of joy today, of praise and gratitude. Now that you've heard that in your meditation and in your consciousness, I invite you to watch how that shows up today. Thank you so much for joining me today, for taking care of yourself in that intimate silence of meditation. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.
Good morning, beloveds. We invite you to settle in, take your seats, and allow your attention to come fully into this moment for these invitations. We are blessed by your presence today.
Good morning. My name is Beth Weller, and welcome to New Vision's Sunday service. I'm here to share ways to connect and learn and be inspired. Here's a quick look at all the good that's happening here at NVC. Today, after service, we're inviting you to stay for our community town hall meeting at 11:30. Find out what's happening and what's coming up from our leadership council and our ministers. We'll be in the social hall or hop into the main Zoom room. Doors open around 11:15 a.m. We'll have some light eats and drinks. So find out what's happening and what's coming up from our leadership council and from our ministers. Speaking of leadership council, we have a leadership council meeting happening tomorrow. And you're always invited to be an observer. If this means you're present on Zoom during the meeting. You can take notes about any questions that come up during the meeting, and then after business is complete, share them. Please join a little early, 5:25 or so, to get settled into the room, and please let the concierge desk know that you're coming or sign up online. Join Reverend Karen this Wednesday for our midweek spiritual connection, Seeds of Success. Create a sacred hub of empowerment, a gathering for all business owners and those who are interested in expanding their prosperity consciousness and interested in harvesting abundance. If that's you, please let us know you're coming. We start with a potluck at 6, and the program starts at 6:30 in the social hall. Join us for a fun and meaningful exploration of your relationship with spirit and community. Along the way, you'll discover foundational principles of science of mind and experience New Vision spiritual practices and learn how partnership and participation can deepen your connection. Class dates, 3 consecutive Sundays starting August 23rd. This class is free, but register online at the concierge or at the concierge. And if you attended mental equivalence with Rachel Sartori, we have certificates of completion for you. Please find Reverend Jeff in the social hall after your service. I don't know if he's going to be hiding or not, so I don't know how hard he will be to find. I don't know. It's a challenge for him now. That's all for invitations today, but there's so much good happening at NVC. Please review your Keep Me sheets and find out everything available to participate in. To register and learn more about all the offerings, please visit our website on the website calendar tab or our in-person concierge at the social hall. That's it for now. We have a great service coming up. Please stand for the community song if you're able.
Let there be peace on earth. Good morning, New Vision Center. And a special good morning out to our online campus. My name is Reverend Lezli Goodwin. I'm your Associate Minister here at the New Vision Center. And I'm reminded this morning of the words of Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith of the Agape Spiritual Center, who often says that when things are challenging in the world, when things are scary or upsetting, that is our homework. We take it into prayer practice. And so I'm very present to the fact that once again, I'm standing up here on a Sunday after multiple mass shootings. And so we just take a breath. And that our beloved sister center in East Hawaii is experiencing the hurricane. And Reverend Karen spoke with Reverend Beverly today. And she still has power, but she says it's scary and they could really use our prayers. So I invite you to carry that into our spiritual practices today and throughout your week, to be holding that high watch, that bright light for everyone who needs it. Yeah? Okay, so we get to open up the service the way we do at New Vision Center, with everyone's consciousness, to let the vibration move through you, center into those prayers. And when we come back, here's my question for you. Do you feel more able to receive? And what does that tell you about what you can do in your day-to-day practice? Let's begin.
Relaxed from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. Haven of peace, my haven of peace. Haven of peace, my haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace.
I settle now into this haven of peace. And this haven of peace, this everything there is all based on one thing: Divine Spirit. Divine Spirit is that magnificent force that orchestrates the universe for this life that we know. Divine Spirit is love. It is infinite. It is freedom, and it is joy. And as a manifestation of that Divine Spirit, I am that. I am all that. I am that love, that joy, that freedom, that infinite potential. And as I speak my word into the law, that can only say yes. I know that all of that is present at today's Sunday celebration. I know that everything is infused in our gathering today, that freedom, joy, and love. It flows so easily, so perfectly, so beautifully into all the hearts that witness it. Radiating from this New Vision Center to all those who watch, all those who are present, it is evident, it is emphatic. Love, joy, and freedom. I know that it is so evident by all the hands that bring this service together, and I know that that word of God, that face of God comes through, and as Reverend Lezli with her talk today. I know that the message carries all that love, freedom, and joy, and that all of us hear exactly what we need to hear, exactly when we need to hear it. We experience that love, freedom, and joy. I am so thankful that all of that is present and evident, powerful, with infinite potential. And as I speak this word into the law that can only say yes, I know that it is already done. It's already granted. There's nothing else to do, so I release it, I let it go, and so it is.
Haven of peace, my haven of peace. Haven of peace, my haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace, into my inner haven of peace.
And so it is.
And so it is. Ah, how nice it is to just feel that calmness, that readiness, as Reverend Lezli suggested, to receive, be open to what is here for all of us today. So my name is Sue Powell, and I am a practitioner here, and I'm delighted to be your host today. And I'd like to welcome all of you here in the sanctuary, all of you online, and any of you who may be visiting us for the first time today. We're really glad all of you are here. And I'd like to tell you more about who we are here at New Vision Center. And I always like to say that we are here to learn and grow together and deepen into our own personal connection with the divine. And here at NVC, we are committed to being an inclusive community where you feel respected and welcome as you find your own way on your spiritual journey. And we have a vision and a mission that guide everything we do here at NVC. And every Sunday, we like to take a moment to remind ourselves of the vision that we share and the mission that brings it to life. So let's start with our vision, and I invite you to read it aloud with me. Revealing the power of love. And how do we reveal the power of love? Well, we do that through our mission, and I invite you to read that with me as well. We teach spiritual living, we live spiritual teaching. And one of the ways that we teach spiritual living is through the many classes that we offer here. And we have a really great class coming up in September, and we have a video from a fabulous instructor. You might recognize her.
Hello, beloveds. It's Reverend Karen Einhaus from Michigan, beautiful green Michigan. I have just been thinking about the self-mastery class that's coming up. I'll be teaching it starting in September. And I was reflecting back on what that class meant for me. It was the first time in my life where I truly felt that I have dominion over my life, that capital S self is just awaiting for me to use all of these tools and practices that we learn here at New Vision Center and in the Science of Mind and apply them to my life. So this 6 weeks class, if there's anything in your life where you would like to experience more the goodness of life, this might be the class for you. It's 6 weeks hybrid. You can be online, in person, and a lot of the work is really done in between classes as we apply this teaching, these practices, these principles to our individual lives. Oh, I'm so excited for it. I hope you will join us. Peace and blessings.
Definitely a fabulous class, and welcome back, Reverend Karen. We're glad to see you here. Okay, so now that you know a little bit more about who we are, I want to take a moment to specifically welcome our first-time guests. So if it's your first time here in the sanctuary or even online, we would like to welcome you with a round of applause. So if you feel comfortable and would like to, we invite you to stand so that we can honor and recognize you if you are new to us today. Welcome. If you are new and preferred not to stand, we honor that choice too. Sometimes that can feel a little bit awkward. But to all of you who are new or newer, I invite you to join me at the welcome table in the lobby after service. I have a welcome packet for you and a small gift. And beyond that, I'd really just like to meet you and get to know you. So our inspirational reading today is The Flame of All Faiths. So please join me in recognizing the universal consciousness of life, acknowledging that all people, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We speak a blessing for all who walk the path of the Tao, honoring harmony, equilibrium, and acceptance of what is. We speak a blessing for all who walk the paths of the shamanic and earth-based traditions, honoring the natural cycles and sacred practices of all indigenous and pagan peoples. We speak a blessing for all who walk the path of Hinduism, honoring reverence of knowledge, action, and devotion. We speak a blessing for all who walk the path of Judaism, honoring the ethical choice to live by sacred law. We speak a blessing for all who walk the path of Buddhism, honoring the practice of compassion and the Four Noble Truths. We speak a blessing for all who walk the path of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We speak a blessing for all who walk the path of Islam, honoring the sacred practice of devotion and submission to the will of God. We speak a blessing for all who walk the path of New Thought, including Science of Mind, honoring the metaphysical art of healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And so with this expanded awareness of these infinite spiritual paths, I invite you to allow someone to come to mind who you would like to bless, knowing without a doubt that your love and light heals and comforts that individual. Thank you. So we are very blessed with our wonderful music ministry, the Divine Groove, And today's featured artist is someone we haven't seen here in quite some time. I personally have been here 6 years and I haven't seen her. So please help me welcome Sally Jo Bano.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. Feel free to sing along if you know it. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send it reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through a moonlit night like no other. And let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's a season. Let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. And let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. And let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, it's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason.
Well, that was fun. Oh, we're having such a good time settling into this month of joy, aren't we? Digging into this idea of boundless joy. And my talk today is titled, The Joy of Divine Identity. And it can be a little challenging to enter into this idea of I am God in action when people are actively, probably even at this moment, somewhere debating what the nature of God is and what that means, and what this energy of the divine expects of us. It can get very confusing, right? It can look like this.
What is this?
This is the church where someone named God lives.
Who's God?
It's a bit confusing. God is a shepherd.
So he could be our shepherd?
No, because he's also a lamb.
What?
And he's also invisible. And he's made of bread. And he dams things.
Dams things? Like a beaver?
Yes.
So God is a big invisible lamb beaver made of bread?
Yes. And they eat him on Sundays.
Poor God.
poor God. So there really isn't any wonder that we can have a difficult time connecting with this idea as I am the divine in action, because last I checked, I was not an invisible beaver lamb made of bread that people eat on Sundays. Ugh. But what we do know is that connecting with the metaphysical nature of the divine is an opening, a pathway for joy. So last week, we talked about mindset changes that can help us access our joy more fully, right? And this is kind of one more mindset shift that we can step into. It's like when there's the book of like the 5 ways to blank, and then about 3 years later, they come up with a book, the 6th way. So this is another mindset shift, really digging into the divine is me, I am the divine, and settling into that. And I have 3 ways of thinking about the divine that can help us do that so that we can access that pathway of joy. So the first one, if you've been here more than approximately 30 seconds, not quite yet, friend, with the slide, the first one is the idea that the divine or God or the universe or sweet spirit or whatever name you personally prefer. I'm going to use the divine a lot in this talk because it's what my title is. The divine is one life. We sometimes call it the one infinite reality. So that way of thinking helps me get out of my mindset that God is a person, usually a guy, usually an older guy with a very magnificent white beard, sitting on a throne or standing on a cloud seem to be our 2 options in art, with a long list of rules and expectations and definitely checking up on me to make sure I'm doing these things and not doing those things, right? When I think of it as it's just the one infinite reality, it's easier for me to step into that what we call the divine is simply the way the universe works. That this world was built with certain energetic rules. Not that we get punished for breaking, but that we experience the consequences of following or choosing not to follow. And it works the same for me as it works for Tom, as it works for my dog, as it works for an apple. Just like gravity. In fact, one would say gravity is a part of the one infinite reality. And so opening up to being a part of that, that feels easy, right? Because we do, in fact, exist, depending on which philosophy you're studying. The ones we're talking about today, we do, in fact, exist. And if the one infinite reality is just what is, well then, we must be a part of it. There isn't any other option other than to cease to exist, and most of us are not signed up for that this particular week. And when we think of it that way, it reminds us that we are not separate individual pillars of existence all by ourselves, desperately trying to reach this divinity that is somewhere out there, separate from us, and we must strive to go get it. There's no going because it's everywhere. I mean, you can strive and go over there to get God, but you could just as easily get it right here or over there or in your meditation practice or while you're playing hula hoop. It is the hula hoop. It is the motion of the hula hooping. How many times can I say hula hoop? So for my philosophers in the group, for the people who really love philosophy, science of mind, which is the teaching we lean into here, is a panentheistic philosophy. So pantheism is God is everything. Just the end. Beautiful teaching. Polytheism is there are lots and lots and lots of gods, and the gods are everything. Beautiful teaching. Lots of great religions feed off that. Panentheism is a titch different. It says the highest God, the most transcendent God you can possibly imagine, bigger than anything you could possibly conceive of, and the innermost God, the most immanent God, the one that we reach on the inside of ourselves, is one God, one divinity. It's all the same thing. So breathe into that. The transcendence and the immanence and the oneness, it's all just one life. One life, of which we are a part. So here's a thing I've noticed. Joy really begins, it really starts to blossom and open as we let go of the struggle of spiritual isolation, of being the only one practicing by myself, not connecting with anybody else, and certainly not energetically understanding that we're all connected, right? That can feel scary and isolating. I know a lot of people who are struggling with various forms of addiction and mental illness often feel like it's just me. Nobody else understands what I'm going through. Nobody could help me. Nobody could stand with me. It's that fatal individualism that keeps us from even being able to touch that place of joy that is the truth of our own nature. See, if there's only one life and joy exists, it's built into us. It's part of who we are, even in the moments when we can't connect to it. Just like when the sun, in its total eclipse, goes behind the moon and you cannot see it at all, does it cease to exist? I don't think any of us are worried when the sun's completely hidden by cloud cover that it's never coming back. And joy is the same way. There are times when it is hard to connect to it. But when we keep centering back into this idea that there's just the one life, and all of the good stuff are in that life, and I am in that life, therefore all of that good stuff is available for me, it helps to make the ordinary moments feel sacred. It helps us to connect with those tiny little joys we talked about last week. And so for each of these ideas, I have chosen an embodied truth, an affirmation that we can carry with us. And so the embodied truth for this one is, I belong. I am never outside of the presence. So say that with me if you will. I belong. I am never outside of the presence. Because there's no outside of the presence to get to. Even if you wanted that to be your goal, there isn't one. There isn't an out there. So the second idea is the divine is creative love. The divine is creative love. So love is the self-givingness of the universe to its own creation. The ever-givingness of goodness to its own creation. And as we just figured out in the last step, we are its creation. And that givingness is forever giving to us. What's it giving? Among many, many things, the ability to create, to express, to be who we really are, to the fullest magnificence of possibility. And then we hit, life, culture, the opinions of the people around us, our families, rules we made for ourselves when we were 7 that I'm never gonna. Oh my gosh, guys, I remember sitting with my friend Jen. Oh, scary story to start with. I remember sitting with my friend Jen in our 20s and saying things like, I'm never gonna be one of those moms that just wears leggings and flat shoes. Right? I only wear flat shoes now. And we laugh. What did that mean to me at 23? I don't know. But it certainly doesn't relate to the 51-year-old me now who really loves a legging and a flat shoe. That girl hadn't experienced real foot pain yet. Creation itself, the act of creation, is inherently good. And when we think of the divine as the ultimate creator, the love creator of the universe, everything it creates must then be good, right? If the divine is only creating out of itself and it's all one life, then there must be goodness in all of it. Pretty easy to latch on to, right? Until you see the things you don't like, or the things that are scary, or the hurricane in Hawaii, or the people that are afraid, or wounded, or upset, or the people that you crash opinions with. It's not just me that crashes opinions with people sometimes, right? I think there are one or two of you out there. Thank goodness. There's only one life, so we're good. We're good. All of those things we bump into that feel scary, that are wounding, that hurt us, can change the way we show up, can change our willingness and our ability to really show up as the truth of who we are. But joy starts to expand when we see who we are, our authentic selves, and what comes naturally out of being our authentic selves as that good creation. Sit with that for a minute. That who we naturally are is a good and right creation of the divine. I spent a lot of my life trying to be quieter. Yeah, go ahead and laugh, Robert. I didn't say I succeeded. To be more appropriate. Yeah, that's funny too. That's okay, Janet. And I have friends who spent their whole childhood trying to be bigger, to show up more vivacious, more bouncy, more outgoing. I spent a lot of my life trying to not focus so much on the creative stuff, but do the real stuff that matters. And then I've only ever made money in this world doing creative work. So maybe the people that planted that seed in my brain were just wrong. We can love them and know that they were just wrong about that. And we can let those things go because joy really starts to expand and blossom when we honor who we really are naturally as the goodness of life. Ernest Holmes said it like this: back of all creativity is the pressure of our own divinity to come forth into the humanity it's created in order to enjoy the fullness of its own expression. The divine can't experience your specific brand of authentic goodness except through you showing up with it. That's why the divine creates, to get to have every experience as each one of us walking it out. It's not just accepting our unique expression. It's not just coming to terms with the fact that I will almost always be the one that they are shushing in the lobby during meditation. I've come to terms with it. It just is. But it's actually honoring it. It's recognizing that the same goofy whatever that makes me that way also gives me the courage to get up here. And over there when I sing, that enthusiastic bubbling up of whatever is a fundamental part of why I'm good at the things I'm good at. And I can't throw out the parts that I would maybe rather have a dimmer switch on without losing that piece that I value, that I think makes a difference in life, at least for some people. So here is an embodied truth to carry each one of us into our understanding of that idea. Truly being myself is for the greater good. I invite you to say it with me. Truly being myself is for the greater good. It's for the greater good. We can't have that greater good if each one of us doesn't step into that truth. And then the third approach to looking at the divine is that the divine is freedom. It is pure possibility. It's being at choice. And freedom, that being at choice, is our spiritual birthright. It's not always easy to remember we're at choice because we can go down that mental path of, but I have to. but I have to. I don't want to go to this place, but I have to. I don't want to pay my taxes, but I have to. I don't mind paying I actually kind of enjoy paying my taxes because I am super attached to things like roads and schools, right? I am happy to give my money to communal efforts to make society better. But it's easy to slide in but I don't want to. Because well, I think this is pretty natural. I want to keep my money for myself and have all of those things. Good thing God is possibility. There's a path forward. The biggest place in which we get to exercise our freedom, though, is through the lens through which we see life and the divine. Yes, we have freedom in our responses, but it's a bigger freedom to start before the response is triggered. Coming places like this, choosing to bit by bit rewire our understanding of the world to see the pathway for good as inevitably in front of us. I have this mental picture. Someday I'll find someone who can animate it for me of you're walking down, you're on the right road. It's a yellow brick road in my mind, so bear with me. We're walking down the road, and you're going, and you're going, and you're following the road, and then you get a great idea, and you're going to go over there, but the road's right here, right? Oh no, if I leave my path, am I inherently making a mistake? I'm going to do it anyway. And you jump over to the new path, right? And in my mind, all the bricks of the yellow brick road, and the road moves and makes the new yellow brick road right there for us, because that's the way freedom works. The whole universe is conspiring for our good. The whole of the divine is rearranging those bricks. This is the new right path for what you've chosen now, and it will lead us right to what is for our greatest good inherently as we follow it. But we have to lay down oh no, have I messed it up? Friends, there's no messing it up. There's no messing it up. Even if we do the thing we think is messing it up, guess what? The bricks rearrange themselves, and we're on the best path all over again. We cannot do this thing called life wrong. We can't. There isn't a wrong way. And freedom deepens when we remember that. When we let go of the temptation of victimhood and rumination and panic and overthinking, when we lay that down and set ourselves up through this lens of life is inherently good and I get to choose how I engage with it, we get to see life differently. It becomes life meeting life wherever we go. If I'm by myself, it's this form of life meeting the infinite life. If I meet another friend along the way, it's this form of life meeting that form of life. All of us, one thing, and yet in that immanent place, individualized, as only each one of us can do it. But we have to choose it. We have to choose it. We are not confined to yesterday's story. We're not confined to 15 minutes ago's story. We can stop right in the middle of an argument, right in the middle. You're such a, you know what? No, you're good. I'm good. We're good. That is available to us. I really would have been served by knowing that in my 20s. And so we have an embodied truth for this one as well. I am empowered in my choices. And I invite you to read it with me. I am empowered in my choices. And those choices always bring us good. Sometimes it brings us good by the long road, and sometimes that good is really obvious right away. But it always brings us good. And so I bring it down to this. Remembering the truth of your unique divine identity is this beautiful opening to joy wherever you are, however you are, whoever you are. Because it opens your own awareness up to the joy that you are, that you were built to be, that you have the capacity to expand into infinitely. I have a quote from Sadhguru. Clearly, I was on a Sadhguru kick the last couple weeks. And he said this: if you allow the source of creation within you to find expression, joyful is the only way you can be. May you know the fulfillment of making all that you touch joyful. And so this is the invitation this week, to take one of these embodied truths, one of these affirmations, into your week, to carry it with you. Whichever one feels like the one that has the most promise for you. Read it at least once a day. Make it your cell phone cover picture, somewhere where you'll bump into it all the time. And see if it doesn't open up a joyful possibility. And so it is. So let's anchor this in with some prayer. How good it is to remember that there is just one life, that the divine is all that there is, and that I am literally swimming in that creation, as is everyone within the sound of my voice, and everyone everywhere through all space and time, that each one of us is that joyful creation that has already been the gift of the divine. How good it is to anchor in, to know that each one already has that beautiful freedom, already has that deep creativity, already is a part of that connected oneness. And what I claim in this moment is that whatever got brought into this space on the hearts and the minds of those who are participating, that each worry, each fear, each wound is already being met by the healing love of the divine, is already being opened up to see that inevitable joy that comes from it. That grace is pouring down over all of us like that proverbial honey, soothing every seeming wound, every apparently broken space, until we can see the truth of wholeness. I'm grateful to know that the words I speak are already done, that the healing has already happened, and I call it good as we release this into the action of the law and let it be. And so it is.
Scared, lost in the dark, you took my hand, gently led me to the light, back to the path, back to the truth, back to the place where I am whole, filled with the love, deep in the peace. I heard a whisper from the past as you reminded me who I am. I am a child of God, another spoke in Spirit's will. I am Spirit, I am loved, I am healed. You are all me, and I am you. presence in my life, walking the path with you by my side, telling me I am not alone. It's all coming back as you teach me to love with the power of creation, forever reminding me who I am. I am a child of God, another spoke in spirit's wheel. I am spirit, I am love, I am healed. You are all me, and I am you. We'll walk together through this world as you remind me who I am. I am a child of God. Another spoke in spirit's wheel. I am spirit, I am love, I am healed. You are all me, and I am you. We'll walk together through this world as you remind me who I am. I am a child of God. You remind me I'm a child of God. I am a child of God.
I hadn't heard that song in such a long time. That's a lovely one. When we are anchored into our joy, it is beautifully easy to recognize the goodness that givingness brings to us. The ability to share our talents, our prayerfulness, our financial good with people, places, organizations, and causes that open up our heart. And one of those places we have the opportunity to play with that beautiful law of circulation is here at New Vision Center, where everything is paid for by the community. And who is MVC? We are. We all are. Absolutely equally one in that oneness. It's a beautiful thing to get to walk out in community. And so I invite you to just check in with yourself. What is mine to give today? In financial gifts, in stepping into service, in carrying the center and the members into our spiritual practice of prayerfulness. You may remember we have a third container in the plants yonder, and the two up here. And you may remember, I'll do a loving reminder of our powerful coming up and splitting. Y'all did it so well last weekend. It was very impressive. For the flow. And whatever you're ready to give this day, I invite you to hold it to your heart if that feels good. And repeat after me. This gift I give is love in action. I give it with joy. I know that I'm blessed. So I gratefully give. And I just speak a blessing over every giver and every gift, over every contribution of every kind, knowing that it flows into the New Vision Center beautifully and that it ripples back out as paychecks and activities funded and outreach projects funded and giving goodness all through life. that there is just this one life and we are all of it. So grateful I am for all of it and all that we call home here at MVC. And so I just let it be, as we say, and so it is.
We are indeed so blessed. And thank you, Reverend Lezli, for just bringing to life the joy of divine identity. I'd also like to thank our divine group, specifically Vic Kottner on bass, Fred Alweg on drums, Jack Saba on guitar, Sally Jo Bano, our featured artist, and our all-encompassing, puts it all together, fabulous music director, Frank Smith. Okay, so there are lots of ways to get supported beyond our lesson today. First of all, we have the prayer zone. I invite you to come over and get a prayer with a practitioner for whatever may be heavy on your heart, or whatever good you're creating in your world. We have Munch and Mingle online. Bring your own munch and mingle. And we have Munch and Mingle along with a nice lunch in the social hall prior to our town hall meeting, which begins at 11:30. And so that will be on Zoom in the main Zoom room for those of you watching online, and here in the social hall for the rest of you who are here and would like to hear more about the love in action that has been going on through the Leadership Council. Okay, so I would like to invite our ministers and practitioners to join me on the platform, and as they do that, let's welcome our youth and family ministry.
Good morning. We had a lot of fun in youth and family today. We talked about how fun is a feeling that brings us joy in our hearts, and saw the fun that we had in just coloring, playing outside, tossing around the ball. Talked about that fun that we have outside of this space. So Hazel and Ava are going to start off our prayer.
God is fun. I am filled with fun. I know the feeling of fun lives inside each of us. I am grateful for eating popsicles.
Going to Hurricane Harbor.
Baking.
Playing with friends.
Going to church.
Having movie nights.
And all the fun in my life.
We release this prayer, and so it is.
Thank you, Audrey and Mary, for planting all these wonderful seeds of joy with our youth. Okay, so please rise if you are able for our final benediction. And so I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. I claim it. I am it. Thank you, life. And so it is. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. In this world. In this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. In this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy in this world. In this world. In this world. This world. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy in this world. In this world. In this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. I live in love every day. I'm living 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 love every day. Spreading peace along the way. Spreading peace along the way. Right time. Right time. Right place. Right place. Living love every day. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light in this world. In this world. In this world. In this world. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light in this world. In this world. In this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time. Let it shine.